Welcome back to Dungeon-Eels. In the last episode, our players, having taken aim at Clump and Claw, decided to dig up some dirt on him. Jebediah reached out to his lawyer. Barton stole a bar ledger, and together they started to piece together a plan. What will our idiots do next? On Dungeon-Eels!
Okay. 2 new characters join the campaign. Woo!
Yeah.
Joining us today, we have Shante.
Hi. Do I give my backstory to us?
Yeah.
First, what character do you play?
I have a high elf, and my name's Alea by the way, and I'm a courtier envoy.
Alright. Second character, Caitlin joins the campaign. Who's your character?
Thea, Willow Run. I'm a wood elf.
Perfect. Alright, now let's hear this story.
Oh, okay, so basically, I was in an envoy going to some mountains and end up getting framed for stealing stuff and get arrested. I know who it is, pretty sure anyways. Headbutt the girl. Cause some serious damage. My buddy Thea backs me up with her attitude. We both get thrown to jail. And now we're joining the rest of the crew.
Thea probably got a bear involved.
More members to the watch.
Escalated the situation to where the convoy leader was just like, keep him here. We'll be back through in like 100 years.
Started threatening people with bears and birds.
There was a pigeon incident. That other elf is in a coma now. Oh yeah, after a brief court hearing, and from the convoy leader, they were both sentenced to community service like the rest of the party, and were
Also,
later
'cause I
then
almost committed murder, and she was
there was the bear.
Yeah.
No. And she so basically the sergeant has dumped them onto our 2 other who are in the middle of investigating a deal a deal that's off.
Shady.
Not sure. A shady deal is the perfect way.
So is that theoretically just with everyone at the whole potion shop incident?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Jebediah drank some potions that he probably shouldn't have.
A mixture.
a
Yeah,
mixture.
a
He got a little antsy. Because last session we recorded, you did have the what was it? Oh, it was grapes.
Grapes, yes.
Went to a potion shop to sell the troll heart, which they succeeded, but then Jeb drank some stuff
That he shouldn't have.
Yeah, so we'll see the results of that hopefully soon.
And Barton confronted Silverbeard. And took a sack of pennies to the face.
Oh yeah.
That was actually the wrath of Ranald.
Yeah,
mad at Jeb.
Screw you, Jeb.
That's so funny that it hits him like a sack of coins.
You're lucky I don't know about this.
So, yeah, I'll help
Barton
him all right.
And Jeb is still descending into insanity, as last we knew.
Is there a chance for people to die this one?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. There's like several.
Oh, she does.
There's 3 or 4 incidences where you could die.
I really hope Jeb dies.
Jeb may die. That's what, dude. If you get caught where like you could save Jeb and Barton just like holding the door or something, just like push.
Hold the door. And I'm like, I want to use blather. Hold it like shot for shot remake of the scene from
I'd be
from
pissed.
yeah. Hold the door. Just hold the door. And it's like frozen in place. Hold door. Hold.
Maybe he like goes to closes the door on Jeb, but then he spends a fate point and survives. And Barton's like, fuck. Shit. All right. Oh, and last the party had just came out of Dollyhofen, and Curlis, the guy who had kind of hired him, this is almost more of a favor thing because he paid off your debt to Clumpkin Club for the night for the fines. He's just come out of the shadows, kind of, and confronted the players because they spent 2 days now tracking this down, and it has a limit of 3 days. So I think he's getting anxious, and he's here to talk to you guys. Is everyone ready to start, like officially? Okay, dog. All right. Yes, Curlis, the guy. His description is he's very handsome. He has a black handlebar mustache, like you all remember. Almost all my characters have them. I can't. It's like one of those things I just can't stop. Like I know it's coming. I'm like, don't do that, and then it happens.
Hey, you listener! If you've been listening up to this point, how many handlebar mustaches has JJ introduced onto the faces of his characters?
At least 7.
We'll give you a moment to count.
Does Larry have a handlebar mustache?
Larry? Oh no, he can't grow facial hair. He's very malnourished.
He had the most luscious handlebar mustache until all the parasites kicked in. And
literally, when you guys met him, though, the barkeep right before that had a handlebar mustache. I'm positive.
He just drew one on himself.
Yeah.
It's just an eel.
Yeah, it's a baby eel.
Draped over his lip.
He's trying to, like, keep it alive. Taking care of it on his lip. It's died ages ago, though.
It's just dried and fused to his skin.
And he forgot about it. So it's all part of him. He's like, what? And he's like, starts eating it. Crunch.
It's so filthy.
He's like...
Alright, anyways, so... As you guys are kind of walking out of the Dawihafen, kind of right out, it's enclosed with a nice little wall Dwarven built. Really nicely built, and you're kind of at the exit of it. And when you're exiting, right around the wall comes Curlis Mind Gun. And he's like, had a run-in with Silverbeard, I see. Oh, we didn't do the whole trying to kill Compton Clug thing, huh?
We're in between a bunch of different things all at once.
We'll just start from here, because this is where I wrote.
Yeah, we kind of like somehow railed ourselves back onto the mission, so here we go.
Okay. He's like, so you guys had a run-in with a Silverbeard, I see.
Maybe.
Barton's not crying.
Barton had a run-in with his fist.
It wasn't his fist. It was a sack of pennies.
We're trying to keep your grace here.
Good God, Barton, he hit you with a sack of pennies.
I don't know how. But it happened.
Like, well, it seems we might have, I must apologize. I don't know how clear I was with my instruction before, and I was actually in a bit of a hurry, so perhaps we should start from the top. So I had withheld some information about this task that I had entrusted you with. But having followed you, I believe I owe you a better explanation. I'll take it from... So anyways, right from the top. Me along with some of my fellow merchants were talked into...
I was just trying to turn around.
We're talked into pooling some money together, hoping to take advantage of a fantastic bargain on some dwarf forge work from Karak Azkaraz by Barlin Silverbeard, the dwarf you've just met recently. Now that he knows we're looking into the deal, and now that he knows that we're looking at a deal, it would seem he's called a private meeting with the other merchants, but without me. I thought it was enough having you look into it to make him call off the deal, but I was wrong, and now I'm more worried than ever. So we're going to have to move fast. The deal might have been pushed up, and I'm not quite sure what Silverbeard is capable of. But,
So what would you have us do?
Well, we're gonna have to start really cracking down on this. Now that Silverman knows we may interfere, nothing's off the table. We need some evidence, like a contract signed by the parties involved. We'll need to find out where they plan to close the deal, where the money will be, and he's like, here, and he holds out a coin to Jeb.
He grabs it.
So like if you're looking at the coin, it has crooked. It has an image on it of crooked fingers crossed in like the Ronaldan sign. He says this coin will get you into the gambling den of the Crooked Hammer. If you show it to Gert Hinder, the barkeep, they will help you maybe settle your debt with the sergeant. If you're lucky enough, that is. And they might also have some information on how you guys ended up in the service with the watch to begin with. I'm hoping this token will and kind of push you guys to help me with this predicament. But he kind of... But anyways, it's best we split up. And if you need the names of those merchants, I've got a list I can give you.
Yeah.
But it's best that no one sees us together, so I'm gonna go trail Silverboard, and you go trail some of the merchants to get some more info, or whatever you like.
Jebediah's like, I wouldn't need a list. I've got the only list I need up here. He taps his head. He's like, why, I believe that was a Hitself, a Theta, a Kimiginda.
It's like, don't worry, Jeb, it seems their names have changed. Then he hands Barton the list.
I can't.
He takes it back from Barton as he sees him struggling to read it, and he hands it to the elf.
What, you think she can read? And I can't?
He's like, I think you made that quite clear.
Do you know how far down the elves have to squat to read?
Just read those four. If anyone asks. You don't have to remember the top four, you know what I mean? Because we wrote these cards with those. Alright. Alright, and he's like, alright. I should be going now. His space is a bit too public. And then he kind of like... I didn't even see that. He's like, please hurry. I feel like the deadline is fast approaching. And he kind of scuffles back off into an alleyway.
So, are we going to go confront the other merchants? Similarly to how Barton did with Silverbeard? This time without a sack of pennies? Barton, I would put your pennies up. Are you okay, Rich?
No.
What? It's like, if we're looking to confront them, he says there's a meeting going on, right? So they'd all be in one place.
Where could we find them?
We should have asked. Look, he walks back up. Yeah, here's this at no.
So I missed a part. Sorry.
Go ahead and the note he gave you tells you where they are. Ask me if you're not sure. Go ahead and let him know if you feel like you should give him that information.
Like, we go back over the bridge.
It doesn't necessarily say where they all are, but it does have, like, kind of tells them what they do. Or, like, what they are. But it doesn't give them locations.
Get it wet.
So
Just got it
all
wet.
different
Good job.
spots?
Yeah, they're all in different spots.
Woo, the green dice roll. No,
We
stop
already
it.
walked away.
We'll see if they both fail. They won't even notice.
That's a 5.
So
Oh wait, that's a
24, I
15.
passed.
you both pass?
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's a 5. Yeah,
Yes,
I hella passed.
You both notice the elves walking away.
Alright.
Like, Barton.
Where
She's
the
got
hell
the
do you think
list.
you're going?
She's got the list, Barton.
Are you guys coming with us to the merchants or not?
Yes. Sorry, we're not quiet.
Alright, where are you headed first?
You're not sorry you're not quiet. You're sorry you don't have long enough legs.
Sorry, I don't have big ass ears like you.
See those ears, Bart? No.
Fuck up, Jeb.
There's a way long story about the ears.
I fucking hate that
He
shit.
convinced a whole bar that elf ears could read minds.
We built up the scary factor around Galadar, and then he just like
Dipped.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what's going on there?
Where are you headed? It's up to you.
Oh.
I will say that it's later at night. You probably aren't going to find these merchants at their home or at their stalls or their shops,
Okay.
unless their shops are in their homes.
So we'll have a stakeout. We'll sit at their store, wait for them to come in.
Assuming that they. Oh wait, I'm not even part of this.
Poor guy wants to be a player.
I'll just bring Curlis back. He'll be my voice.
Who?
Curlis.
The guy that we were just talking to.
Oh,
He'll shout from the shadows, assuming they're home. Not already home.
Really tailing us the whole time in the shadows.
He kind of has been. I don't know if you got that, Gyps. He saw you with the troll. He saw you just now with Silverbeard. He's been trailing you. I don't know if that was obvious yet. If it wasn't, I shouldn't have spoiled it.
That's not creepy.
what a fucking creepo.
Let's play it this way. The elves would have probably got there before you do.
Hey! I have my mind on other things. And Jeb is not helping.
It's like you never trust my judgment anymore, Barton. What happened?
I don't know. The fact that you've gone mad?
It's like mad. Barton. It's like, we fought a demon so I could steal my blood back, so I wasn't going to go mad.
Another reason telling me you're mad.
Which
It
one?
wasn't
You
a
want him?
demon. It was a river troll.
What in blue blazes is a river troll, Barton?
Which
It
one
had
do you
my
want
blood.
first? Just give me some.
It had no
Alright.
blood of its own.
Barton, I ate my blood. I suckled it from the heart of the daemon.
Just shut the fuck up.
So the elves they lead you to the marketplace. The marketplace is directly conjoined to Dalwyhofen. They're wall to wall. And go ahead and if you're looking for this, go ahead. You can tell them where you're going if they ask. I guess she knows where your gang is going. I don't. She hasn't
We
told you.
know.
Yeah, those two. You guys are going to her or him. I just don't know if it's a girl or boy.
So what, you're being stingy now, aren't ya?
Yeah, basically. I don't need to tell
Like,
you.
you know we
anything.
were assigned to be your guides, right?
Alright, so you're not.
No.
Ah, shit. I was gonna say we'll all get killed, won't we? I was gonna say, let's just leave them and watch them get decapitated.
Alright, go ahead and make a perception or gossip test, depending on how you want to find this place. Asking around, which is going to be hard because it's night and there's not people around. Perception will be easy. Okay. Oh shit, crit. So like she walks through the marketplace like she knows exactly where she's going, and she's she leads you guys to like a nice. It's actually a pretty big store, almost like the size of like an entire guild. And right above it is a sign with a nice silver, literally a chunk of silver in the sign. And it says, Theta Jewelers, Precious Metals. Go ahead.
I mean, she's the one that was
Why
going
did
somewhere.
everybody look at me
Yeah,
for a
go
moment
ahead
there?
and roll, like, are you heading in?
Yeah.
Why are we at a jewelry store?
Of course, the elves would be going to the jewelry store.
We're here
Is
to
that how
talk
you-
to merchants, are we not?
I don't know. No one's told me anything. I've just been following.
Is that how you elves cast magic? Do I need earrings? Did Galadar have earrings?
He got them from one of those. Didn't he get a pair of rings from those?
He did!
Yeah.
It's like
It feels like ages.
put that in small ambitions, acquire earrings, learn magic. That'd be hilarious.
I kind of want to now.
Do it.
I'm gonna put
Me
like.
and her walked into the store without them.
Okay, there's
They're
a
still outside bickering.
All right. So what the two elves see is a very neatly organized store with gold and silver and varying qualities throughout it. It looks very expensive. Like the wooden counter is inlaid with gold and stuff. It's quite a fancy establishment, and it's in pristine, clean
Like
condition.
the best one you could possibly get in this whole entire
There's a
district.
small chunk of mysterious blue metal on the on one of the shelves, or kind of in a glass box.
In RuneScape terms, it would be mithril.
In this, it's Gromril.
Close.
Cut that. The players don't know this. Not that it's super important. It doesn't really
I
have to
just
mean
walk into
anything.
the store. So this is Gromril.
Maybe Barton would. No, you have lore metal, don't you? Metallurgy.
Oh yeah.
Barton would know what it is. So if Barton follows in, he could literally comment immediately. Like, holy shit,
Holy mother of gobgoblins.
dude! You're a pirate. Just saying, that'd be sick. Should try and make a burglary happen. Anyway,
yeah.
so the elves walk in, and they see that, and they see a kind of a bookish-looking woman, kind of with really weird headdress. Like it kind of looks like a turban, but it's very like short, and then it has like cloth coming down on the backside, and she's got some glasses on.
Like a
And
coif?
yeah, I didn't know what that was called. I was trying
Is
to
that what it's
describe.
called? Am I using the right word?
Coif, maybe. But it's really nice. It's decorated with blue silk and little gold inline stitches. She looks around and she's like, "What by elves? My goodness! Oh, what are you looking for at this hour?" That's what she said. She's just a little astounded there's elves, so she's just like
I
kind of
don't even
taken
know.
aback.
I don't even know.
Elves are very rare, by the way. If you guys didn't know this, they're not common. Like, if you rolled for the races, you have a 1 in 100 chance to be an elf.
I think I was off.
The coif is usually metal.
No, this is more like, think of a brim almost of like fabric. You know, like kind of balled up like this, and then it has just like nice little.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Kind of know what I'm talking about.
I don't
it's
know
like
what
a hat.
it's called.
I don't know what it's called either. Kind of like that, except the cloth just lays down. It's nice and decorative. And let's try this again. She looks back. She's like, by the gods, elves in my store. She's like, please, what can I do for you? She expects elves have money.
We're not even. We're not in there.
Oh, we're not? Okay. my
No.
bad.
Oh yeah.
You two are out bickering about the earrings.
What are we looking for? Information? We're not taking any part of this, so we have no idea. We're just trying to get it done.
I just peek my head out the door and I'm like, will you two come in here? What are we here for?
They're still bickering. They're not. Jeb is playing with some rocks, trying to see if he can craft some earrings out of them.
Oh, I didn't even realize you went into the store. My bad.
Do you remember that time he flew from the sky?
Jeb, shut up. Let's go to the store.
You're investigating these merchants that are part of a deal. God, I wrote a bunch of stuff and I realized I still keep pieces out. I'm a bad writer. This is why I don't.
Well, we're trying to see if it's like fake.
You're investigating. Right? Oh, I guess I kind of just alluded on what you already knew. That's why it's weird. So initially, you guys actually weren't there for it. So yeah, I guess let's let them take it.
Oh,
No, before it, she just called you in. She's like, get in here.
Pardon the intrusion. Me and my entourage.
She looks at Jeb, the clerk, and she's like, "Are you here to buy anything? You don't look like you could afford a single piece."
Pardon. The name's Father Jebediah Forson. I am a cleric in service of Ranald.
Ranald? Well, then I'd appreciate it if you left.
He's like, beg pardon, miss.
The god of thieves?
The god of
I
miracles.
will not tolerate such filth in my store.
I'm so sorry, miss. I think you've heard a misconception. Ranald gives small blessings to businesses such as yourself.
It's like, oh, no. I know my fair share of Ronaldins, like that curless man got. Glad Silverbird saw sense and kicked him out of the deal.
What?
Excuse me.
Curlis?
That's nothing, that's no worry of yours.
It's like, what did Curlis do?
He's a Ronaldin lover.
But what did he do?
I don't know. I'm far too busy to keep tabs on everybody.
Have you not heard the story of the daemon defeated at the docks and the poor orphan who went from rags to finding the most amazing of fish, riches?
Do a -10 storytelling test. We'll see how this goes.
That's a crit fail.
No, it's not.
Oh, is that a 90?
It's a 96.
Oh, 96. I thought that was a 66.
96 is still terrible.
That would be 116.
No.
With a negative.
6.
Negative 20?
Oh, I thought you just had a -10.
So it's a negative. How bad is it?
106? What is this
You
again?
got 40
Storytelling?
storytelling.
I've got 40 storytelling.
Be like 66. -6.
What'd you roll? Oh, 96. Yeah, very bad.
Negative 6.
40. -6? Okay. She's like, I will hear no much of this. Gods!
Gods?
And gods. Like gods.
Oh.
Gods. And, you hear some, like, clamoring from upstairs. And then a couple, soldiers coming. Altdorf soldiers, specifically, in there.
So not our kind?
Not your kind. Running down the steps, and they're like... He's like, you two... She's like, yes, ma'am, what do you need? She's like, get this human and the dwarf out of here.
At ease, soldiers. We're on the same side.
What did I do?
It's like, you came in with the Ronaldin lover. The Ronaldin.
I was with these two.
She's like, is that true? Is the dwarf with you too?
Roll a test. This is the time.
Fuck you.
Deceive them or don't. It's really up to you. Don't know what you're doing here, though. But they're about to ruin it. Like in either.
I'm gonna say we have absolutely no idea who these
Great.
are.
Great, good luck. Have fun.
Alright, the soldiers, they come and they go to grab your arms. They're like, alright, you two, out of the store.
I'd like to take one of my silver, flick it over, my last silver, flick it over, and I'd like to cast put my what is it called, the
Conscience?
Yeah, the conscience test on.
Okay.
Like, no, Ranald gives miracles. What are you doing? It's like, watch, I'll show you.
Flicks the coin.
Flips
okay.
it over.
Go ahead.
It's a 22. That's a crit pass.
How well of a pass is it? By what?
My prey test? 3.
+3? So you can choose to do both of them. If you want. That's perfect.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they kind of slacken their grip on their arm. It's like, and they're like, actually, you can even push that onto the girl as well. Because you have, used a coin, so you have a +10, right?
Yeah.
So that means you have +4. That means you can do 2 extra targets. So, the other soldier and the lady.
Yeah.
Alright, all of a sudden, how do I describe a Ronaldin miracle? It's easier with other guards. Like, you feel warm or something. All of a sudden, they kind of stop and they slack and they turn to the lady like, are you sure, miss? They don't seem all that bad. Just probably here to spend a little coin. She's like, maybe I acted rashly. And she just like, what can I do for you two?
Do you have any earrings?
She's like, absolutely. And she comes in, she goes in, she kind of goes next to the counter and she opens up a little locked box and she's like, she holds up two like silver and with little sapphire gems in them. It's like, wow, these are some of my prized pieces. Probably the more affordable ones as well. Only cost you 20 silver. 10 apiece.
It's like...
That's one for both of you.
Like, much like the elves would wear.
Exactly like the elves would wear.
Say, Barton, please. Barton.
She leans over to the elves and is like, pay no mind. Just doing business. I don't mean to insult you.
No.
Like,
I'm not buying you no damn earrings.
They're sitting there. He's like, before we get to, he's like, business. Let's get to business. Why did you? He's like, other than, we're actually, goodness, we've been investigating two sides of a deal.
Sorry, just continue.
Can I look at the
What is your status level?
brass 3?
Nice, okay. Continue. It's important. She kind of glosses over to the dwarf. She's like, oh, you look like you've had a rough day of it. Here, you can have one of the earrings for free. Ronaldo and give to the poor. You gave them the
I
gave her
see.
And she like kind of starts welling up a little with tears. She's like, here's the other one, dear.
What?
Thanks.
And she kind of goes back to the elves. Those are plastic earrings.
I think I would know that since I have metallurgy.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a test because they're actually quite well done.
You fucker.
I'll say that they're actually made of tin, not silver. And those aren't sapphires; those are melted.
That melted Jolly Ranchers.
Those are colored stones. Metallurgy.
65.
I'm gonna give it an easy. You're a dwarf. What is your metallurgy?
33.
Okay, yeah, you can tell they're not. They're worthless.
I'll
That doesn't
I'll
mean
just-
any other people could.
No, I'll just hand him over to Jeb.
No,
Hand in
that's
the
a good
gem.
idea.
Perfect.
Oh, I was like, what?
It's just like,
She looks back to Jeb. Now, what were you saying?
we're investigating two sides of a deal you may or may not know. It's like we were originally asked by someone you've already spoken ill of to look into it, but we're seeing that there may be more to this. Perhaps
You're saying Curlis hired you to investigate this?
he asked us to look in. He's like, but we're starting to have some suspicions about Carlos.
And rightly you should.
It's like, why? It just doesn't add up. Why would he, if he was such an innocent fellow, why would he be just so easily removed from the deal?
Well, Silverbeard said he was part of the Ronaldan cult, and he wished to swindle us all. So we all voted him out of the deal, and yes, I'm feeling much better about it.
So it was a group deal, or a group consensus.
Yes, between us other three, me, Curlis, and the other three merchants. Now, if you'd be wanting information on the other merchants, well, a small fee. She's still acting on that. She's like up and down though. Like a small fee. You look like you're dressed nice enough. You can afford it.
He's like, Ronald does offer me blessings.
She like looks over your shoulder. He's like, Bert, go grab that silver coin. And the one in the sweatshirt runs and picks it up. And he turns around, and the lady's like, "Ooh, did you grab it? Like, what coin?" They're all feeling the effects of this. He basically gave them the ideals of his god. So they're all swindling, giving to the poor. Just for context to people who don't know. He's like, "What coin?" And there was nothing over here. He's like, "I saw the coin." It's like, anyways, yes, a small fee.
He's like, "What kind of fee, miss?"
What would you have? How long does this effect last? Does it willpower minutes? It should be there in prayer.
I never had anything written down.
Oh.
It just says a plus 20 willpower to attack me.
Oh, really? I kind of went under maybe the wrong one then. But this is funny.
Yeah, this is fun. Because like how
You have two that are very similar, so I just went with the other one on accident. What is it, conscience? No, that's what you did.
Oh yeah, I did the conscience. You're right.
What's the other one?
The other one is protection, which is the.
Okay, so I did the right one. We're good. Okay. All right, and you guys can totally do anything you guys are watching the scene unfold.
I just have a question. Where are
What
we?
silver coin?
Where are we? Like,
You're in the marketplace. You're in one of these buildings one of these bigger buildings near the wall.
Okay, which other guy's near us? Is that the
Other merchants?
Yeah.
Let's see. I honestly can't remember. So two of them only have descriptions of what they look like, and the other one, it says, is a very established merchant. So they probably live somewhere here. In the merchant quarter, so you'd have to move on over to it.
Must estimate you.
Okay,
You're dead.
so there's no other person in the marketplace?
There could be these other two if you looked for them, but it'd be hard at night. They're probably not out and about.
Could I mayhaps find a rat and ask the rat?
Absolutely. Try your spell.
Okay, I think...
But I don't know if you can communicate. Oh, yes, you can. You have that. You just have to do the... So this is where casting number comes into play. So the casting number, you take a channeling test, and you have to get to that number. So you take multiple per round. Like, you roll once, and the next round we'll let other people play. Then you roll again until you get to the peak to that number, and then the spell is cast. After you do a language magic test. And it could fail. So you're going to spend a lot of time, but let's just say you were doing this the whole time.
Okay.
So let's take I'd say about 3 rounds have passed in this. So go ahead and do, I guess, cast your one spell to produce a mouse, because this place, like I said, was really nice.
I was like, well, we could step outside too, because they're doing their own thing. We're just kind of.
She could have suggested that. Like, should we
go outside and
more
try to like find some?
Yeah, outside
mouse?
you'd be able to just find a rat.
Yeah. So would I still need to produce a small animal?
No, but you would have to cast your make animal friend.
Okay.
To make it not just run away. So, yeah, whatever you want. Go ahead. Magic test is a language magic test, so you roll a d100 and see what you got. Okay. And I'll tell you how this works exactly. Casting number is 0 for that animal friend. So, language magic, it's one of these over here.
50.
You just have to roll under 50 and it works.
35.
Shit. You you head outside and you see a rat just scurrying alongside the house. And you mutter a little a magic word, and it literally turns around and up on its feet and is looking at you.
Clarence.
It's like, yeah. We'll wait what it says when she casts the other thing.
So I beckon it over to me and then cast Beast Tongue.
Go for it. So this is going to take multiple tries. So what's the cast?
Cast number is 6.
Alright, this isn't going to be that bad. So do a channeling test now. And your goal is 6, so I'll tell you how it goes.
Death
So
roll.
All of our tests do that.
38.
So pass. What is your channeling skill? What? It's on there. Sorry, you did magic and it's difficult if you've never played. But it's okay. We'll get there.
Channeling is 49.
Nice. You got 38, so you get a +1. So you have to get 6. But you have 1 now.
Okay.
So let's move back to these two and then we'll come back to you. And we'll keep building up that magic.
Well,
So she started kind of channeling magic into this rat. But she's reading from her book. So she's like looking back and forth. Alright. What are you guys doing?
What exactly is Silverbill problem?
It was seen Jeb found a bread, brought in some food from outside he found when he was messing with a rock, some moldy bread.
It's rat fritters. Just like popping them like popcorn. What exactly is so great about this deal of Silverbeard's that it's brought all of you on board on it?
She's like, I don't really feel like talking.
It's like you don't have to give me details.
Yeah.
It's like just to satiate our curiosity. Is it good? Is it bad?
She's like, oh, I see what's happening here. He doesn't understand. He looks one and told her, we're putting a bunch of money together to acquire some work from some dwarf wrought work, and then we're gonna take it and resell it for a increase in profit from what we bought it for.
Is this a fucking pyramid scheme?
Kind of. You can kind of think of like that.
They sell it to us, and we sell it to other people for a portion of the profit, which then goes back to. It's like, and you're sure that these are real dwarven artifacts? It's like we had a run-in a long while ago with some fakes that were circulating.
She's like, I think it's something more along the lines of like a steamship, a steamboat. Is it? You know, quite a. They're I don't know the word. They said submersible, something, but something that the Empire has never seen, and for only 100 gold coins. Excuse me, I shouldn't have told you any of that. But we could sell that thing for thousands.
Sorry.
Jeb's like just chewing on something.
Just like processing. That's how he processes. Just
he found a Reikio. Oh no.
Go ahead, Barton can be like. It's like Jeb's brain is like computing. He's like, what is 1,000? 1,000 what, Barton? You can't read or write. Neither can read or write. That's their intellectual level right now. Just because like.
Hey, I've been living on a ship for 60 years.
He's a pirate, so he probably has a better. One of you has supernumerate, don't they? Is it you?
What's that?
Never mind. You almost did. You have linguistics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by this time, if these two have been speaking Elvish, you might have learned. No, but for the future, you can probably start learning the language. Sweet. You just have to test for it, I think.
So
I'm not gonna learn that shit.
This super merciful. It's worth quite a bit.
Like, yes, nothing you could ever afford.
It's like 100 gold seems pretty affordable.
Please.
As
Like,
I'm
have you
flicking
ever
my gold coin.
Like, that's probably the only gold coin you'll ever see in
I
your
grab
life.
my other gold coin out. Start flicking
You
it.
have 2 gold coins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sold them mine.
Well, no, I had 2
She's
from
like,
that.
she snatches her earrings back. Give me those.
Well, they're in his hands now.
Oh,
I gave
He's
them to
wearing
Jen.
them, dude.
Oh, you are in it. Well, she kind of looks and she sees the earrings and she's like, con artists. I'm going to
No,
assume that the
because-
prayer is starting to wear off now and she's getting a little impatient.
No.
It's like, what's with all these questions?
Well,
Why
I'll
are you
be
guys
real on
still
this.
in my store? It's late.
I want in on the deal.
In on the deal? I told you, we're dealing with hundreds of gold coins. The 2 that I see him... please don't bother me with such. Ugh. She just kind of frustrated. She starts walking back. She's like, "Get them out of my store." And the two guards are like, one of them like's looking at a silver coin. He's like, and they like moves, and they like grab you by the go to grab you again.
He just stole Ranald's gift. What a bitch.
You want me to roll on the raft table for him?
Do it. While they were under his mentality.
Where is that raft table? I think I marked
He just dies of a heart attack right now.
Okay, what did I roll? 47. Nothing in the bad. Doesn't affect him. He can't pray. His pray test will fail.
He's like, thank God. Ow!
He's like, why do I feel depressed? He's just like, I feel so alone right now, and I don't know why. Anyways, get out of the store.
He's like, hug me.
And go ahead and roll another challenge test. Try and get up to 6.
72.
That's a fail. So, you kind of, as you're reading from the book towards the rat, you mispronounce one of these magical lyrics, and all of a sudden, roll a dice real quick. Roll your D100 there.
15.
Oh, what the heck? Wrong button.
Okay, page.
Where's the magic? I'm right here. Now, where is the raft table? I think it's right behind here.
Just while they do another quick signs. Just
Somehow I went into the religious part. I know it's right here. Would you roll 15?
Yeah.
Just
So, as you're reading this test, you look at the rat and his hair just starts going gray. And you're like, yeah, whoops.
Oops.
You can continue trying to channel it, or you can you can continue going or not. So far things aren't going great.
I was gonna say, we're probably getting kicked out of the store by now, right?
Yeah, you're looking down at your book and the gray mouse now. These two get kind of tousled out by their arms by these two soldiers. Go ahead, you both hunt.
But I can keep channeling.
You can keep going for it, absolutely.
Okay.
If you want to roll again, go ahead. You just have to start over.
Don't crit fail.
If you crit fail, the mouse might explode. I'm not joking. What is it?
Is that an 88? It's a crit fail!
Not only is that a crit fail, that's the Dark God's number.
What?
So she has to roll a endurance.
What is the Dark God's number? This is a new
It means
mechanic.
she can take a corruption point from the magic.
Oh.
So go ahead. It's a bad.
already starting off well, aren't we?
58.
15.
Endurance? Where's your endurance?
Is it literally
It's a
just
30.
that number? 88.
She failed by 3 or 2.
Alright, just take 1 corruption point. Don't worry, this is because that magic you're reading from is above your level a little bit right now. It's nothing crazy, but it's hard to cast magic, color spells right off the character creation. But your petty spells almost always go off. But
So what happened to the rat?
roll again, please.
52.
52.
The rat just starts eating himself.
Alright. So, you're reading from the book, and then you see the amber magic. You can, we never talked about how you could perceive the amber magics. A lot of, I think, amber wizards can smell it, or taste it. It could be anything you want. Anyway, perceive it. Or you can just straight up see it, if you want. Or hear it, like a howl, or something. Anyways, you can tell it kind of builds up into a point, and then just releases all across the city, and the effects of it you're not sure yet. But in a nearby tavern, like across the way, there's like a tavern, people drinking and stuff. You start hearing this commotion.
How's that, cadets? Not so bad, eh? Don't fret, next episode's coming out next week. Every Saturday. One more? Well, you'll have to go to Patreon for that. Make your own NPCs, as well as have all the episodes available as they're produced. Well, till next time, hit the shines, cadets. See you Saturday for your next shift on the watch.